Welcome back to the channel. This is Wiltshire. And this is a cat from across the road. The cat that gets left outside. So when I'm editing in here, I look after him. He's only got 3 legs. Poor little thing. But he likes to snuggle up in here. So I'm actually just about to go to the range to do some practice, hit some balls, work on my golf swing, and also work on the swing that's a bit longer than, wow, this is zoomed in. Work on the swing that's a bit longer than the conventional swing. And there is a reason for that. So I'm going to take up the range, explain exactly why I'm using the driver that I'm going to be using up there, and also just hit some really hard drivers which I haven't done for a while. So I'm going to take you along, set the camera up, get some decent ball flights, and hit some big drives.
Trippin', now I'm blue, mega man. I can't win for losing cause I got too many haters, man. Used to be the paper, grew up now I'm mega man.
Right, range to myself tonight, which is no surprise because it is absolutely Baltic. It's like 2-3 degrees, but luckily the wind is blowing that way, which doesn't look as good with ball flights because you want the wind to be into, because then they kind of rise a bit. You get a bit more of an idea about what your actual ball flight is, like if it's drawn or fading. But it makes it a lot warmer. So also just want to say thanks to all the new subscribers. The subscriptions have been going up like at a ridiculous rate over the last few weeks. And I've been doing a lot of like new content and collaborating with SAS. I've actually been putting a lot of effort into the content, and I can see that's being recognised in the comments, so really appreciate that, and I appreciate all the people liking the videos and stuff. So that's what we've got in the bag at the moment. Now Callaway, set to see them soon, but I've been playing this all year. So I've been playing the MD Apex blades, which are absolutely beautiful. I've let them rust a bit. You can actually get these cleaned up pretty nice and get them back to their original state, but I like them like that. I've been playing the Mac Daddy wedges, very nice wedges. Oh, Doug Sanders still in the bag. Got the Callaway UT2, which is actually last year's model. Great club, bent to 16 degrees. And then the Epic Flash Sub-Zero driver freewood. But tonight we've got this beauty. So this is it's actually Joe Miller's head. You may have seen it in previous videos. It's the Epic Flash. Standard comes at 5 degrees, but this one's actually 4, and I've got it on, it's actually on +2 at the moment. So this is playing 6 degrees with 48-inch. I was speaking to Martin Borkmar last year, who's a very good long drive competitor, and he had hold of some proper spec'd up shafts that were XXX, but a lot lighter as well. So I'm going to try and get in with these shaft companies and try and find out what I need for next year. But anyway, it's very early doors. This is literally the first proper swings that I've been making with the LD driver again. So we're just going to go out the bag, get warmed up, and then hit some big drives. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to just play out my practice. So I'm going to get into a few normal drivers and long drive drivers, and also just post this and answer your questions.
Good afternoon, madam. Before we get into this Q&A, I just want to apologise for the fact that I'm wearing tight trousers or yoga pants or leggings, or whatever you want to say. I'm going to the gym to PT after this, and it is somewhat socially acceptable to wear figure-hugging trousers or pants. Not so much on the driving range. The first one is Mr. Sharks from Royal Bled Golf Club. He's like he's one of the employees there. He does the marketing and I was speaking to him about getting out there again. He has favourite or best golf course. Now, I'm not just saying this because I'm just gonna go top 3, just otherwise it seems a bit biased. So favourite best golf course, Royal Bled, where he's from, is got to be up there in the top 3 because it is an unbelievable place. I went there not last year, the year before, the end of last year I think it was, and was just blown away by the beauty. Really, it's set at the foot of the Alps, so most of the shots that you hit have the Alps as a backdrop, and the course is manicured to perfection, like nothing you would believe. It's just outside of Ljubljana in Slovenia, about a half an hour drive, and honestly it's such an underrated or unknown place. You could go for like a 3-day trip to Ljubljana, get a cheap Airbnb, take the trip there every day. I think it's around 150ish to play ish, but honestly it is worth it. You could go for a cheap weekend, get a couple rounds of golf, proper quality thing to do in the now or early next year. Our beard, do you offer one-to-one range sessions? No, I don't, but I offer one-to-one PT sessions. Christian Kirsten, South Africa tour in the future. Yeah, it's a possibility. Nothing planned at the moment, so I'm not sure. Jamie Warner, would you do a collaboration with Rick Shields? Yeah, of course I would. He's obviously doing very well. He's smashing it on YouTube at the moment. Would he do a collaboration with me at the moment? Probably unlikely, because I've not quite got the viewing figures. I feel like there usually has to be a bit of a trade-off, right? So it doesn't really make sense. We're all busy. He's a business after all. What I will say though is, for smaller YouTube channels that are just getting started, if you've got some interesting ideas, ping them across to me, because I'm always keen for helping out smaller YouTube channels. And if you can come up with some like really interesting content and I don't have to travel that far, I will 100% do it with you. Jay Rowland, any ideas on who you'd like for your sponsor? Now, as a lot of you are aware, well, it's pretty obvious, I just said it in the video. So I'm a Callaway player. I think this question is related to the post I put down on LinkedIn the other day. So I'm looking for a sponsor for next year for the long drive / golf season, because I want to do both. I want to compete in long drive and I want to play golf. And put out a post looking for a sponsor. So at the moment, I mean, I've had no replies, and it is hard to get a sponsor to put down money to help you out for travel expenses, etc. But if you or anyone you know is in a position to sponsor a long drive / golf professional for next year, I feel like there could be some could work both ways with the partnership. So let me know, guys. Jonathan, can't catch the end of your name, just caught up on Peaky Blinders. Anything else? So Power, number 1. Ozark, I feel like not everyone knows about, and Ozark is sick. And then Narcos. If you have seen all those, let me know. I'll suggest some more. It's not like I watch actually that much, to be honest. Right, excuse me with this. Ellen Kvist, I know that you've contacted me recently, and you're going to be starting PTing or the online training that I offer in the new year. But just from this like Q&A thing, I can't actually read your full name. So it's Ellen Kvist. Such bad pronunciation. What is expected to go up in swing speed after off season? I think it goes on to currently say around 104-ish. So swing speed gains, if you've never trained before, you've never done overspeed training, you've never made like a proper effort to do things the right way to increase your club head speed, you'll be amazed how much your club head speed can go up. I remember mine went up, must have been around 8 miles an hour, 8 to 10 miles an hour over an off season when I was younger, when I was between like 15 and 16. So those kind of speeds can be done if you stay committed in the gym and you do all the right things, which is massive, by the way. That's like 30 to 40 yards if you're also maxing out your numbers. Ben Moss, I hooked you up with tubes. Check your DM, I'll show you. Yes, so I put out a post yesterday on the community asking for you lot to basically comment on Tubes' video, because I want to collaborate with him. and I went on a couple of hours later, and I was like, shit. Like, I was amazed by how many people actually commented. So thank to everyone that's commented on Tubes' channel. Hopefully we're going to get a collaboration soon, because I've always been a fan of Tubes, watched him on Soccer AM, and big fan of his YouTube channel now. If you haven't checked it out, go to Tubes' YouTube channel. It's really good. Pularusi, how much are you selling the 2-iron for? Now, the 2-iron being the 2-iron hit the 2-iron stingers with yesterday that I picked up for £1. I tell you what, I wasn't going to sell it, I was just going to leave it in my car probably. So if anyone wants this, leave a comment with why I should give it to you, and I'll pick the favourite one after a week. I'll just send it to you. So best comment, I'll reply to the best comment, and then we'll get in touch and I'll get that 2-iron out to you, because it's just going to be in my car. Morgan Thomas, where did you find a 2-iron for £1? At the dump, in the title. No, I'm joking. It is, yeah. I mean, you can find them anywhere. If you go to any like recycling centre / dump tip thrift store, right, you always have like a bag, like a bargain bucket that's usually left outside and they're usually rusting away, full of golf clubs. Most of them are shite. Barker 99, realistic ambitions for next year's events, few top 10s, a win, even more. To be honest, I don't really know. I mean, long drive, it'd be good to get into the rounds again, like the knockout rounds. Long drives, like the standard is going through the roof. The sport is growing so fast, which is amazing. So there's a lot of people that are getting into long drive. Obviously, that means the standard will go up, but also you're getting people who've competed in other sports, so maybe like shotgun, maybe shot putters, Olympic athletes that have just got through their career in whatever sport they're at, and they're like in their late 20s, which is still young, or early 30s, and they want to try something else, and then they're getting into long drive. So there's going to be some absolute freaks doing it. Golf wise, I don't know. I just like to shoot some good scores, to be honest. Sujams. How do you maintain such good flexibility so your muscles don't impede your swing? Right. So 2 things: performing exercises correctly through full range of movement or motion, and also doing flexibility / mobility. So lots of mobility before sessions, and then just do some stretching afterwards. You'll be surprised how much flexibility, mobility you can maintain whilst putting on muscle. Addy Meredith, what's your favourite club in the bag, excluding driver, and least favourite? So favourite excluding driver, it's between the 3-wood and the 2-iron. Honestly, this Callaway 3-wood that I've got, if I catch it and send out that low flight, I can hit it so far, so that's fun. And the 2-iron, I enjoy hitting stingers with that. Least favourite, and this is not because of the wedges, but it is the wedges at the moment, but that's just me having not the best short game. Ronan McGiven, in the winter, is your main focus to get bigger in the gym or improve your golf game? So I guess it's both. I'm going to get bigger and stronger, and that's going to help with long drive. And I also want to improve my golf game, and I feel like the biggest thing that needs to improve is my short game. So there will be a lot of time spent working on the short game. I may even go see someone that specialises in short game and see what that does. I mean, it'd be interesting to go out next year and play some golf events, hitting it further than I've ever hit it on a golf course, and also have a tidy short game. Could get some low scores going. Excuse my voice. Pete Huang, oh, he's back again. Bit rude. How do you hit on mats so much without injury? I tell you what, the mats at Exminster Golf Centre are decent mats. Some mats at driving ranges are rock hard with no like fur on top of them. The range mats that they get at Exminster, they're soft underneath with a nice bit of artificial turf on top. So there is a bit of give in it, and also I am not chopping down on it as to
Right guys, that is me done for tonight with the vlog. Actually had really Actually quite enjoyable hitting this long driver again. Really surprised, the first 2 sets I just hit, like pretty much would have hit grid like 6 out of 8, so it's quite promising, but it's usually like, isn't it, like first time luck and all that. Basically got 4 training sessions in this week. You don't want to hit too many balls because you're taxing your CNS, so just keeping myself in touch at the moment, trying to make a few swings, and I'm just going to hit a few like wedges and stuff to finish up. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, just a quick little vlog, and I'll see you on the next one.